is an absolutely gorgeous night here in San Francisco, and they are ready. Ready for baseball, ready for Game 6. With the Cardinals leading 3-2 as the NLCS continues tonight on Fox. And now welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. Tim McCarver is coming right up. Okay, this is where playoff baseball gets so fun. Game 6 here at home, the hometown team trying to get it to a 7th game. And it's a rematch of Game 2 of this series. It was played here, what was it, last Monday. And it was a good game for the Giants. On the Cardinals side, they've got their guy going tonight. They won on the mound. Chris Carpenter, he is their ace, co-ace. He is their horse. He's a guy who, for the 5th time, will be making a start with his team in a position to clinch a postseason series. In the previous 4, he's gone 3-1. You see that ERA of under 2. Now on the other side, as Tim works his way into the camera shot, it's after head coming in. Talk to us about Ryan Vogelsong, who was almost unhittable in Game 2 against the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was a compelling performance by him, and it was also interesting how he did it, because the Cardinal right-handed batters live by their power. Now, if you throw them inside, that robs them of that power. Let's take a look at 3 examples from Game 2. Right-handed batters all. Alan Craig with 2 strikes, strikes out, bringing the hands in. Matt Holliday in the 5th inning. Pops weakly to first, a good shot of how he brings the hands in. Yadier Molina in the 6th inning. A great shot again, bringing the hands in. Right-handed batters were 0 for 7 against Vogelsong. Will he do it again tonight? Probably. Will the Cardinals be prepared? They hope to be.
Yeah, and if you notice that second example, Matt Holliday not in the lineup at the start, scratched with a stiff lower back. So Matt Carpenter, a left-handed batter, gets the start basically in his place, batting in the number 2 spot. We'll give you more on that when we go through the lineup. So it is game number 6 here tonight as we look back to the last game. An unlikely hero, Barry Zito, pitched the game of his life to help the Giants send this series back to San Francisco. Both teams play their best with their backs against the wall. Who will write the next chapter in postseason history tonight? It's Game 6 of the NLCS, only on Fox. game is sponsored by DirecTV. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV. And by MasterCard, proud supporter of Stand Up to Cancer. That's MasterCard. That's priceless. Glad you're with us. The weather could not be any better. And here is Mike Matheny's new lineup, not the one he came to the park with. Brought to you by Taco Bell. Sometimes you gotta live Moss. It's Jay, then Matt Carpenter, Beltran, Craig Molina, Freeze in the middle. Descalso, Cosma, Carpenter pitching and batting ninth. And here are the numbers this postseason for Vogelsong, who during the regular season was a 14-game winner. 7 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks in that 7-1 win. Game 2. That's outside, and we're underway in Game 6. Jay 5 out of 21 in this NLCS. Two and 0. Carpenter, the late addition to the lineup in the on-deck circle, with Beltran pushed back a spot. Hitting third. Here's a 2-0. 2-1. Two and 2. Give you a look at the scouting report for the right-hander Vogelsong.
We talked about Ryan coming inside to right-handed batters. For left-handers, he uses that changeup tailing fastball away. But to right-handed batters, he knows he's going to come inside. They know it. Will they do anything with it? And, of course, a well-traveled road. 9, make that 10 minor league teams.
Good start for Vogelsong. 1 away.
Falling behind, 2 balls and no strikes, and he came back to get it.
You think these two teams are loose? That's the Giants down 3 games to 2 and trying to get themselves pumped up for this Game 6.
Looks like Mardi Gras in the dugout.
With 1 out, nobody on, here is Matt Carpenter, who hit over 300 when he got a chance to start this season for Mike Matheny. Overall, 294 in this LCS, 2 for 6. But one of those 2, the big one, the 2-run shot off Matt Cain in Game 3. The 35-year-old right-hander brings it inside, 2-1. Vogelsong has been very good here in San Francisco at home. ERA of under 2.5 over the last 2 years. Former 5th-round pick by this organization, and then all those travels Tim talked about began. 2-2. Top of the first inning tonight, brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds.
Hey, Joe, you can feel the intense attention to every pitch thus far from this crowd.
Carpenter takes inside a full count. On deck is Beltran. After Beltran, Alan Craig. Cardinals trying to stamp their ticket. The Fall Classic here tonight. Giants want to force a Game 7 tomorrow night. 1 out, nobody on. 3-2 the count. And a 1-out walk. So with the lineup change, Beltran is coming up now, hitting third. For more on that, down to Ken Rosenthal.
Joe, Matt Carpenter was hanging around the batting cage, waiting to hit while Matt Holliday was taking BP. Bench coach Mike Aldretti took a look at Holliday, saw that he was struggling, and turned to Carpenter and said, prepare like you're going to play. The distinction is important, and Tim, you can speak to this. Aldretti said, hey, when you are getting ready for a game in BP, looking as a regular, it's a lot different than when you're coming off the bench.
1 on, 1 out. Beltran hits one hard, but foul, strike one.
That is an accurate point, Ken, because you prepare differently. Your concentration is different because you're not starting. You're preparing to pinch hit and not start.
Carpenter gets the nod. He is on at first with a walk. Beltran with his 14 career postseason home runs. Career .371 hitter during postseason play. Fouls it straight back, and he's in the hole 0-2. Been dealing with left knee issues since the first inning of Game 3 in St. Louis.
That's the pitch that Vogelsong would love for Beltran to go after all night long. That pitch up and in. Beltran, one of the better low ball hitters in the game.
Two out.
Three hitters, not a ball in play yet. Good tailing fastball to get Beltran. Actually, a changeup, I beg your pardon. When that ring finger's involved, that is a change and a good one from Vogelsong.
84-mile-per-hour pitch now, Alan Craig. Who during the first 5 games of this postseason was 8 out of 19, but just 2 for his last 20. Over his last 6. Hit .307 during the regular season and trying to extend the top of the first. Nice play by Posey. Ball 1. He has shifted in this series from first to right, now left. In place of the injured Matt Holliday. In on his hands. Fouled back, strike 1.
You start him out with a breaking ball, then throw the fastball inside. Tease him away, power him inside.
Chris Carpenter preparing for his start. Here's another look at that pitch in on the hands. Rattles those hands, and the count 1-1.
Back inside.
And fouled into the seat, strike 2. And now Vogelsong could strike out the side here in the first inning. Good start for the home team. Tonight's game is sponsored by Taco Bell. Sometimes you gotta live Moss. And by Share Everything, it's the plan that revolves around you, only from Verizon. 62 degrees. Wind out of the west at 15 miles per hour, partly cloudy, with this great setting for baseball. And now the starting lineup for the Giants, brought to you by Taco Bell. Sometimes you gotta live Moss. Pagan, then Scutaro, then Sandoval. Posey, Pence, Belt in the middle. Blanco, Crawford, and Vogelsong, the bottom three in the lineup for the Giants. Trying to beat Chris Carpenter and get to Game 7 tomorrow night. We said it during the open, but we can't pretend like you're hanging on every word during the open. Chris Carpenter is making his 5th career start in the postseason where his team has a chance to close out a series. In the previous 4, he's 3-1 with an ERA under 2. Made only 3 starts during the regular season. He misses with ball 2, 2-0. There's a strike. Carpenter had surgery on July 19th to alleviate compression of nerves that ran to his right arm, up into his neck, up into his face. They took out the first rib on his right side. It took care of the numbness, and here he is. And he fools Pagan as Descalso backs up and hauls in out number 1. That wasn't easy, and Beltran stayed away out and right.
What Chris Carpenter lacks in velocity, he makes up for with location. Mike Matheny telling us that that's what he's concerned with. Can he run the ball outside the left-handers as he did to Pagan, inside the right-handers, away from right-handers, in and out. Few ravels for big games and guts in Chris Carpenter.
Here's Scutaro. Carpenter in his postseason career has an ERA in the first inning of just under 7.5. Just over 2 the rest of the way. Getting the leadoff man who homered against Carpenter starting Game 2 on Monday night is a big help to Chris trying to get through this first. Misses the outside corner. It's 2-0.
Yeah, after that fabulous Game 6 last year against Texas in the World Series, Game 7, Chris started. First inning, he gave up 2 runs.
Scutaro will take on 3-0. And it's a strike. The X-Factor player to watch for tonight is the man in the middle of all the action. Chris Carpenter, 17 starts in the postseason, a 10-3 record. ERA under 3, and that's ball 4. 1 on, 1 out. And we'll bring in Pablo Sandoval.
Showing power in this postseason. Pablo Sandoval with 3 home runs, all on inside pitches, 2 down in the strike zone, 1 up in the strike zone.
Big hole on the right side as Carpenter holds against Scutaro. And a ball outside. Puts Sandoval up in the count, 1-0. Way outside, 2-0.
Bad sign for Chris Carpenter. 2-0 on the first hitter. 3-0 and a walk on the second hitter. 2-0 to Sandoval. The biggest surprise, 2 balls and no strikes to Sandoval. freest swinger on either side.
In the air to center, well hit. Over the head of Jay. Scooter all around, second to third, and they'll hold him there on a double by Sandoval.
Sandoval hitting it in an area of the ballpark where one of two outfielders probably having a tough time with the sun. John Jay in center and left fielder Alan Craig. This ball hit very well. It hit the base of the wall. I don't think if Jay had a good jump, he'd have gotten to it anyway. But you could see shadows and sunlight, and the Giants with something going here in the first.
But they're going to need something out of Buster Posey. That combo of Scutaro and Sandoval has carried this Giants lineup. They need the potential MVP to get in on the fun. That's outside, ball one. Posey in his postseason career, a 130 hitter with runners in scoring position. Drove home 103 during the regular season, and he chops to third. Freeze, thought about coming home, goes to first, and the Giants lead 1-0.
I don't think he had a good grip on the ball, Joe. Otherwise, he comes home. Scutaro is not a fast runner. He backhands the ball near the third base bag. And when he reached in there, I've got to believe something didn't feel right. He didn't have an initial grip. Good break by Scutaro, and the Giants take an early lead.
So the RBI for Posey, that is his first of this LCS. Sandoval stayed at second. He's there with 2 out for Hunter Pence. And he's up there hacking, strike one. One more look.
Yeah, it was a momentary, he couldn't get in touch with the ball, or in touch of the ball. He's got it in his fingertips, and now he has to adjust, putting it back in the glove and getting the sure out.
Breaking ball rolls up there behind the back of Pence, and the count 1-1. So far, the team scoring first in this LCS is 4-1. Good breaking ball there, and that fools Pence 1-2. So Carpenter gives up a first inning run. The question is, will it end here? Or can Pence help get something more with a runner at second, 2 out?
Pence loves to go to right field with 2 strikes.
Fastball misses, 2-2. But not before the Giants in Game 6 facing elimination. Get a double from Pablo Sandoval. RBI ground out Buster Posey. Giants lead 1-0 after 1. 1-0 San Francisco after an inning. And back to the hill is Ryan Vogelsong. Yadier Molina first up. Vogelsong struck out the side in the first inning, got around a 1-out walk to Matt Carpenter. It'll be Molina, Freeze, and Descalso. Anybody gets on Cosma. Chopped to short. Crawford has it. 1 out. We'll give you tonight's Ford keys to the game.
For the Cardinals, trying to figure out Ryan Vogelsong. I know that's a tough job. They haven't done it yet, giving up 1 run in 7 innings in game 2. And for the Giants, the home crowd will help, and I think it will help more than we thought it would help. They are on point, this home crowd.
Vogelsong over his last 5 starts, a 3-0 record and an ERA of under 1. So he is locked in. David Freeze took a strike. Freeze had a chance to cut down the runner Scudero at the plate in the bottom of the first. Couldn't get a grip on the baseball. An RBI ground out by Posey. It's 1-0 Giants. 1 ball, 1 strike. Descalso on deck. On the outside corner, strike 2.
There have been a lot of pitchers in the history of the game that have made a lot of money with just a fastball that they can spot. So far, that's what Vogelsong's been doing.
Another strikeout for Vogelsong, his 4th, 2 out.
That was a slider, only the 2nd breaking ball that he's thrown thus far. Out of the strike zone to get Freeze.
And it brings in Descalso with 2 out, nobody on. Channing Vogie for Vogelsong, who, as I said, was a 5th-round pick in '98. Traded to Pittsburgh, was with the Phillies, the Angels, Japan for 3 years. Re-signed with San Francisco 2010, again for this season. First year of a 2-year deal. Check swing foul, and the count 1-1. The home plate umpire is Jerry Lane. Barry Darling would work the plate if there is a game 7. He's the crew chief. He worked game 1 behind the plate. Chris Guccione at second, Bill Miller at third, Ted Barrett in right, Greg Gibson in left. Over the low, ball 2. With 2 out. Strike 2. Vogelsong is aiming for strikeout number 5 through 2 innings. And fouled off left side. It sounds simple, but that ability to pitch inside, not everybody can do it. Vogelsong has proven game 2, and again he's here in game 6, been running it in on the hands of hitters both left and right.
Ball inside.
He is on. Five strikeouts through 2 for the veteran San Francisco right-hander. Tonight's game is sponsored by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. As we continue into the bottom of the second, it will be Brandon Belt, Gregor Blanco, and Brandon Crawford against Chris Carpenter. Allowed a run on 1 hit and a walk in the first. It was interesting, Tim, that when the Cardinals made their way off the field at the end of the first inning, Yadier Molina went back to talk to the home plate umpire, Jerry Lane. You have to believe the conversation revolved around a tight strike zone in the first.
Right.
And Carpenter gets that first pitch over the inside corner to start the second.
And Molina showing Carpenter he's going to be the buffer, or is that popular phrase, I've got your back. And this is what Joe was talking about. Molina leaving his position and then retreating just to make sure, as you can see, the glare from Chris Carpenter. Not an argument, but a glare.
Here is a 2-1 pitch. Ripped into right. At the wall. This ball is off the wall. Going to get it is John Jay, and going for third and a triple is Brandon Belt to start the second.
We talked to Brandon before the game, and we asked him of all the pitches, what's he going to look for? He said the pitch inside, the ball cutting inside, and that's exactly what Carpenter threw on that pitch. We also talked to Belt about his speed. I said, you can run. He said, I take a lot of pride in my speed.
So another run sitting 90 feet away is Gregor Blanco, who has 2 RBIs in this NLCS. Digs his way in. Belt, who loves to hit in this ballpark. A .315 hitter during the regular season and postseason here. 222 on the road. And he starts this second inning for the Giants with a rocket off the wall and right. Good breaking ball from Carpenter, strike 2.
Get the feeling Blanco will see this pitch again because Carpenter needs the strikeout. Infield halfway for the Cardinals.
The 0-2. And a big strikeout for Carpenter as he gets his second of the game. But a runner at third, one out as Blanco cannot drive home Belt.
That might have been a cut fastball in off the plate. But a very good cutter from Carpenter.
Now Brandon Crawford with a pitcher coming up. Cardinals are going to walk Crawford, who has really picked it up at the plate in the second half of the year. Been a tough out for Cardinal pitching. The intentional walk will bring up Vogelsong, who, by the way, doubled in his Game 2 start against Carpenter on Monday.
We had an identical situation earlier in the LCS. First and third, and Bruce Bochy elected to bunt with the pitcher. Similar situation. I talked about not liking that play because you give up an out and then there are 2 outs. If there's nobody on, there's a big difference. With 1 out, if the bunt's successful, then you still need the hit from Pagan. That's why this play is not real popular. It's about 50-50 in the game.
If they do bunt, Tim Flannery goes through the signs. Vogelsong walks to the plate. Lead runner is Belt. He tripled to start the inning. Crawford on at first with the intentional walk. Showing it early. And now he swings, and that's going to plate a run. Everybody's safe. It's 2-0.
Bit of chicanery. Shortstop covering. Watch. Cosma covering. Now by the time he recovers, he can't find the handle on the ball, and the Giants have a run because Vogelsong swung away.
It's an error on Cosma. It is an RBI for Vogelsong, who didn't have one all season. And he drives home the second run of the night here in the second with that ground ball that Cosma couldn't handle.
I mean, that was executed perfectly. He squared around, he got the middle infielders moving around, and then swung away.
Now a breaking ball misses to Pagan. Ball 1. Angel popped out his first time up. A leadoff triple. Blanco could not drive home Belt. Vogelsong could. One and one. Barry Zito, the starter for the Giants, drove in a run in that big inning in game number 5. That 4-run fourth with a bunt, base hit for an RBI, and now Vogelsong drives home a run. He's at first. Crawford at second with 1 out. A 1-1 count on Pagan. Strike 2. Good pitch, 2 out. And the second strikeout of the inning for Chris Carpenter. He got Pagan.
And a curveball and a good one. Cardinals defense has fallen apart here in the last 2 games. Lance Lynn's throw to second base in Game 5 hit the bag. That opened up the way for 4 runs to score. And then the second run of the game scoring tonight because of an error.
Here's Scudero, 2 on, 2 out. Breaking ball for a strike.
Even though I will say that that error by Cosma, even if he makes the play, the run still scores. Belt with a good move from third base to score easily, even had he thrown to first.
Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. This ball is 2 hops, 3 and 4 to the wall. 1 run scores Crawford. Vogelsong all the way around. 4-0.
What a player. Marco Scudero. Invaluable to this Giant team. Scored a run after a walk in the first, drives in 2 here in the second.
And Mike Matheny, the Cardinal manager, goes out to talk to Chris Carpenter. As Joe Kelly starts to get loose, Bruce Bochy playing it aggressively by allowing Vogelsong to swing. The error then allows the inning to continue past the strikeout of Pagan. And it's a 2-out, 2-run double by Marco Scudero, who has been brilliant for the San Francisco Giants in this series. Here's Sandoval now with a runner at second, 2 out. Strike 1. A run in the first, 3 more here in the second. A chance for another. This Scudero-Sandoval combination. Sandoval takes a ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Scudero and Sandoval have combined for a .306 average this postseason. 3 homers, 12 RBIs. The rest of the lineup came in hitting .185. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Misses. 2-2.
Don't throw Sandoval a strike with 2 strikes.
Here's a 2-2. A full count. The Cardinals now have allowed 9 unearned runs in this LCS. It ties for the most all time with the Braves in 2001. An error by Cosma, his second of the postseason in this inning, and that's foul off to the right. Runner at second, 2 out. That's Scudero. 3-2. Popped up, foul, and out of play. Sandoval with a double that set up the run scoring chance in the first. He's 1 for 1 and now 7 of 22 in this LCS. Good at bat by Sandoval.
Joe, that shot at Bruce Bochy reminded me of a statistic. Bruce Bochy has faced elimination 4 games in a row in this postseason. He's won them all.
3 in a row in Cincinnati, and then game 5 in St. Louis, and now doing it again here tonight. Leading 4-0, but it is early. This Cardinal team has proven this postseason and last they do not give up in a game. The at-bat continues. Sandoval hit 12 home runs during the regular season. Drove home 63. 7 RBIs this postseason. There's one sitting for him out there at second. And he grounds one into center, a base hit. It's 5-0 Giants here in the second. What a good at bat by Pablo Sandoval.
Great at bat, but I've got to fault Chris Carpenter. I don't throw him a strike right here. This is too good a strike with first base open as Descalso dives over the ball. Can't even stop it for Scudero to stop at third. Good hitting by Sandoval, but questionable location by Carpenter.
Now ball inside to Posey. That was the 10th pitch of the at-bat when Sandoval got one under the glove of Descalso into center for the 2-out RBI. A 5-0 game here in the second. Two and 0. 8th man to bat in the inning is Posey, and you get the feeling this is it for Carpenter.
Yeah. Last hitter, one way or the other.
Posey and RBI ground out his first time, and he pops it up. Right side. Carpenter can't get there. Might have had a play, but could not locate it. It's 2-1.
A rule of thumb, if you're an infielder or outfielder for that matter, if you think it's going to be close to a fence or an impediment, try to get there, and then you can back off if it's not there. But Matt could not find where the ball was going to land, and a catchable ball fell harmlessly in the photographer's well.
Here comes a 2-1 now to Posey, who is jammed and grounds one to Cosma to end the inning. But in the second for the Giants, 4 more runs. Cardinals defense has been a disappointment in this series, and here in game 6 we go to the 3rd inning, game number 6, 5-0 Giants on top. ridiculous how pretty that is. Driving here to the ballpark, even sitting here watching a baseball game as Kozma leads it off and takes outside a ball from Vogelsong, who is up 5-0. 1 run in the first, 4 more in the second, and Kozma try to get something started for St. Louis. 4 out of 16 in this LCS. The 1-0. 2-0 from Vogelsong, who has struck out 5, walked 1, is not allowed a hit. Carpenter is on deck.
Writer for the Chronicle here in San Francisco used that word the other day talking about AT&T Park. He said it's a park of ridiculous fun, and the fans having fun so far tonight.
Here's a foul straight back on 2-0, 2-1. They're not only having fun in the seats, they're having fun behind that fence out in the outfield, peeking in, and they've been having fun from the start in the dugout for the Giants.
SRO also.
2 balls and a strike. Kozma takes low, 3-1. Here's the next from Vogelsong. Pop up, right side. Might be a play. Belt is there, and now he can't get to it.
Belt will win a Gold Glove one day, in my opinion. He's that good at first base. I'm surprised Chris Carpenter's on deck and that Joe Kelly's not up. I mean, the Cardinal bullpen, after an off day, they're fresh. You're down by 5. If Kozma gets on, I guess Mike Matheny will allow Carpenter to bunt him over. But the Cardinals need more than just 1-run catch-up. They're trailing by 5.
Here's a 3-2. Kozma grounds to Crawford. Nice backhanded pickup. 1 out. Good play.
Talk to the Giants. They talk about how he can backhand the ball, get low to the ground, and then he's got a cannon planting on that right foot. Watch. Plant. Little crow hop. And gets his man.
Vogelsong appreciates it. 1 out, nobody on, and Carpenter steps in. Carpenter's 3 out of 4 this postseason with a couple of doubles. Had a hit during the regular season, only had the 6 at bats because he made 3 starts. Behind on the count, 0-1. Good tight breaking ball from Vogelsong, strike 2. Ball 1 blocked by Posey.
Here's that release and the pull down of that curveball. That was the previous pitch to Chris Carpenter, the one at which he swung and missed.
Run the count to 0-2. Now it's 1-2. With 1 out, nobody on. Another strikeout for Vogelsong, number 6. And with that, we'll go down to Aaron Andrews.
Joe, you mentioned the Giants having fun in the dugout. You know, during batting practice, I was talking to Brandon Crawford, Ryan Theriot. How you doing in this elimination game? We're fine. The music's not any louder. We're 4-0, just like Tim mentioned. Let me tell you, right before first pitch, this entire team runs out. You saw the seats go everywhere, like Mardi Gras. No one was sitting down, going nuts. Sergio Romo told me they were chanting inside the clubhouse, "We don't want to go home. We're not going home."
Well, so far they've played like it. With a run in the first, 4 in the second, a high strike to Jay, and Ryan Vogelsong looks like he's more than capable here tonight of taking care of the rest. He's off to a good start. 2 out, nobody on. 6 strikeouts. His career high in a game is 8. So he's only 2 from that with 2 out here in the 3rd inning. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, nobody on. Jay struck out his first time after getting up on the count 2-0. Down the left field line, long run. Blanco had to deal with a bullpen mound and made the play to end the inning. How about this right-hander? It's all in his hands as we go to the bottom of the 3rd in Game 6. The Giants batting up 5. First pitch is hammered at by Hunter Pence. Strike 1 underway in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Giants batting up 5-0 against Chris Carpenter, who has been let down by his defense. One play by Freeze where he couldn't get the handle. A run scored in the 1st inning. That was on the fence, and then an error by Cosma last inning that allowed 3 of the 4 runs to be unearned that scored in the inning. And that's strike 3, strikeout number 4 on the night for Chris Carpenter. So with that, Mike Matheny's team has allowed 10 unearned runs. During the regular season, they allowed the fewest in the National League. But the defense has been a problem. In fact, 3 unearned runs against Carpenter in Game 2. 3 more unearned runs against Carpenter here in Game 6. Ball 1 to Belt, who got the 4-run rally started last inning with a leadoff triple. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You're a product of what you do from one at bat to the other. Brandon Belt hit an inside fastball for a triple his last time up, and he hasn't seen an inside fastball this time up. Fastball away, change up inside. So you can guess according to how a veteran pitcher is going to pitch you, and often be right, because you've already scared him out of that one zone with your triple.
2 balls and a strike on Belt with 1 out.
Inside again.
And off the hands, 2-2. Gregor Blanco is on deck. He struck out his first time. The 2-2. If there is a Game 7 tomorrow night, it would be Kyle Loesch 16-3 against Matt Cain 16-5. Rematch of Game 3. Well pitched, tight ball game. Had that 3.5-hour rain delay in it. Here's a 2-2. Got him on the inside corner, 2 out.
One other thing about that inside fastball, you're not going to be right all the time. Carpenter coming right back inside after Belt hit that inside fastball his last time up for a triple.
Here's Blanco with 2 out, nobody on. Strike 1, and now turning in his best inning pitch-wise, stuff-wise, is Carpenter here in the 3rd. He can strike out the side. Cardinals trailed 6-0 in their elimination game, Game 5 of the division series at D.C. Came back and won that game to move on. The final 9-7 bad hop. Gets over the head of Carpenter and into right. Blanco will end up at second base with 2 out. And it's a double.
And should be. Ball with a bad hop over the head of Matt Carpenter. And again, Carlos Beltran playing all the hitters but Marco Scutaro into right center. And because of that, Gregor Blanco was thinking about going to 3rd, not stopping at 2nd. But he does with 2 outs.
Now it's Brandon Crawford. First base is open. Vogelsong next, but for the moment they'll pitch to Crawford. Breaking ball is in for strike 1. Crawford intentionally walked and scored. And the 2-out 2-run double by Scutaro. That's foul, strike 2. About the only thing that's gone wrong for San Francisco is letting one get through the wicket.
That is true.
Otherwise, all good for the Giants in Game 6 as Carpenter strikes out the side in the 3rd. We go to the 4th inning. Giants take the field up 5-0. Tonight's game is sponsored by T-Mobile. Test drive our nationwide 4G network. And by McDonald's. I'm loving it. You can get to the game with Chevrolet, the official vehicle of Major League Baseball. Find your chance to win postseason tickets in an all-new Malibu at Chevy.com/tickets. Fourth inning now for St. Louis. They're 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Try to do something about a 5-0 game. Looking for their first hit. Their only base runner, a 1-out walk. The Carpenter, this guy, back in the first. Here's a 1-0 from Vogelsong. Ball and a strike. It has been all or nothing for the Cardinals this postseason. In their 7 postseason wins, they've averaged over 7 runs per game as Carpenter hits it into deep left center. Back to get it is Blanco. 1 out. In the 4 losses for the Cardinals this postseason, they've averaged 1 run per game. And they have yet to get a hit here tonight.
The offense for the Cardinals, a penthouse or a warehouse? It's a warehouse again tonight.
Here's Beltran, 1 out, nobody on. Cardinals have not lost back-to-back games since the middle of September. In danger of that tonight as a breaking ball is a good one from Vogelsong, strike 1. Alan Craig on deck. Outside, 1-1. One thing the Cardinals have been able to do over the last 2 postseasons is rebound after a loss with a lot of offense. That obviously hasn't happened yet tonight. That's outside, 2-1. After a postseason loss the last 2 postseasons, the Cardinals have gone 9-1. Hit .310 as a team and averaged over 8 runs per game. Number 32 for the Giants is making sure they don't break out here in game 6. Right side for Belt. A bobble, a flip, the out. 2 gone. That'll bring in Alan Craig, who struck out his first time.
Alan Craig certainly frustrated. A pitch sequence his first time up, the breaking ball, and then 2 inside fastballs. And what happens here, look at that fastball right down the pipe. You become so conscious of that fastball inside that you don't hit a pitch that you normally would hit. And that's what happened to Craig first time up tonight. Alan telling us in our meeting tonight before the game that he is well aware of that pitch inside. But sometimes you just become overly conscious of that thing.
6 strikeouts tonight for Vogelsong. Set up inside. That hits the inside corner, strike 1.
Perfect. He has not made a mistake with that pitch in the last 10+ innings.
Now back to the outside corner. It's 0-2.
Tell you, if this isn't understandable frustration, I don't know what is. He has been perfect on the corners. Up and in.
One of the few times Vogelsong really hasn't hit his spot. He's up but not in. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball.
And hammered foul.
That was a mistake. That's the only mistake that I can remember from game 1 when he went 7 and tonight when he's gone 3 1/3.
Count still 1-2. Good pitch, pretty good rip by Alan Craig, who was just 2 for his last 21. That goes back to Game 5 of the division series against the Nationals.
Posey wants to change up.
And Craig spoiled it.
You know, the best way to work hitters is in and out, east and west, the players say, not up and down. Vogelsong has been a master of that in his 2 starts here in the postseason.
Seven strikeouts for Vogelsong. And hitless through 4. Everything going right tonight for the San Francisco Giants. Having fun in Game 6. Up 5-0. Here's a ground ball up the middle, hit by Vogelsong. Good play by Cosma to start the bottom of the 4th. Ryan Vogelsong, who has an RBI in this game, just made a bid for his 2nd hit of this postseason after having only 5 all year. He'll bring in Angel Pagan.
One of those was a double, and he hit a double in Game 2. Ryan doing everything for the Giants in his 2 starts, and actually that 5+ inning start against Cincinnati, superb too. That was game 3, a game in the division series that the Giants won 2-1 in 10 innings.
1 out. Here's Pagan, and he lines one to Cosmo. 2 out, 2 pitches. And with the bases empty, Scutaro will step to the plate with a walk, a 2-out, 2-run double, and he scored 2 runs. And with all those additions, and I know we talked about this the other night, all those additions made by the Dodgers in the NL West, the Giants finally got worn out waiting for Freddie Sanchez. He ended up having surgery. And they end up picking up Marco Scutaro from Colorado. And this guy has been a machine, especially in this NLCS. On base 2 more times tonight, and he is 10 out of 22. Driving in runs, getting big hits, survived that tough slide in game 2 by Matt Holliday in the 1st inning. Up on the count here, 2-1. And now he flies one to center for another hit. Aaron Andrews with more on Marco Scutaro.
And Joe, to add to that, this Giants team feeding off of Marco Scutaro's emotion. And Hunter Pence added, this is a guy that's never been to a World Series. And wouldn't you believe, in all of these pre-game emotional sermons that they're giving in the Giants dugout, they have actually brought that up over the past couple games. They want to get him there to play.
So he's doing everything he can to help that cause. On base tonight with a walk, a double, a single. He brings in Pablo Sandoval, who is 2 for 2 with a double, a 2-out RBI single. That breaking ball is in for a strike. So Carpenter, for the most part, is settled in. But damage done early, and that's been a trend for Carpenter, as great as those postseason numbers are. 10-3. His career record in the postseason. Big ERA in the 1st inning. He gave up only 1 to 4 in the 2nd. 3 of them unearned. 0-2 on Sandoval. Sandoval hits it in the air to center. To his left is Jay to end the inning. And as we go into the 5th inning, you're looking right there at the swing of the top trending guy on Twitter right now. Back after this from your local Fox station. Game summary, 5-0 Giants into the 5th inning, all Vogelsong. 3 more unearned runs allowed by the Cardinals, and Scudero right in the middle of it again for the Giants. Yadier Molina first up against Vogelsong. Breaking ball rolls up there, up and in, and you can't say enough about the job done by number 32 for the Giants tonight.
Well, I should say so. I mean, keeping him company, by the way, are other numbers 32. Steve Carlton, Sandy Koufax, Magic Johnson.
This is hard hit. The Panda takes care of him. 1 away.
And Jim Brown. He is doing justice to that number 32 once again tonight.
Probably the hardest hit ball of the night.
Right.
And it was right at Sandoval for out number 1. David Freese steps in. Freese struck out his first time. Offered it a slider down and away, way off the plate. So he was fooled by Vogelsong in that at bat. Fastball misses. Ball 1. David Freese threw 100 career postseason at bats. Had the most hits ever with 38. He's now 38 out of 104 overall with his strikeout his first time up.
David, entering this LCS, had a .393 postseason average. That is second to Pepper Martin, who had a .418 World Series average for the Cardinals. And there's a fascinating story about Pepper Martin, who became a manager after his playing career, and in 1954 managed the Miami Beach Flamingos. You know who the second baseman was on that team? 1954, Miami Beach Flamingos. The second baseman was Mike Ilitch, the owner of the Detroit Tigers, who were in the World Series.
That is balls and a strike on Freese.
That, by the way, is with the help of the brilliant research by Larry Lancaster, who is terrific.
There's a 3-1 chop foul, full count on David Freese. We were there first Saturday of the year when the Tigers were playing the Boston Red Sox. Mike Ilitch, the quote that was being knocked around at the time was, "I'm 82. I'm going to spend money." That was on the heels of a Prince Fielder deal.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and win it all here in 2012. They're 4 wins away from that as they await the winner of this NLCS. Another strikeout that ties a career high, number 8. 2 out here in the 5th.
Well, that inside fastball has been his best friend against right-handers. And on the hands, Freese can't handle it. A 2-seamer tailing in right on the hands. And I mean, almost all of those pitches in 11 innings, a start and a half, have been perfect.
Here's Descalso. Been a lot of that. Descalso struck out his first time, so right now we're only in the 5th inning, and Vogelsong, with his next strikeout, it would be a new career high.
With a no-hitter, by the way.
Trying to force a game 7. 1 ball, 1 strike. Descalso is now 4 out of 19 in this LCS. Here is a 1-1. Held up, ball 2. The 2-1. Broken bat, fly ball into left center, and the Cardinals have their first hit of the night. And the crowd appreciates the effort of Vogelsong. No hits through 4 2/3.
I had to go and mention a no-hitter. The announcers did it again.
Now you're trending on Twitter. Right off the end of the bat. And the first hit produces a broken bat in the hands of Descalso. It's Kozma now with Schumacher on deck. Strike one. Kozma's been good this postseason with runners on, hitting .412. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schumacher would bat for Carpenter if the inning gets there. Carpenter's gone 4, allowing 5 runs on 6 hits. Only 2 earned runs as Shelby Miller continues to get loose. Here is a 1-1. Base hit, left field. Over to cut it off is Blanco. Holding at second is Descalso. It's 2 on, 2 out. And Schumacher will bat here in the 5th.
2 straight hits, 1 off the end of the bat, 1 on the barrel by Kozma. Cardinals need something dramatic to happen if they're going to get back into this game.
And they need something right now out of Skip Schumacher. Does not have a hit this postseason. Good rip there on a 91-mile-per-hour fastball, strike 1.
He had a pitch to hit and hopes he gets another.
Here's an 0-1. Right side for Belt. Vogelsong gets around his first jam of the night. Cardinals have strained at 3. We played 4.5. Carpenter finished for the night. Giants up 5-0. Tonight's game is sponsored by Chevrolet, proud to support youth baseball in cities and towns across the country. Hey, Tuesday on Fox, the X Factor is on a special night and time. Find out who will move on to perform on the big stage. The X Factor, all new on a special night and time this Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on Fox. Shelby Miller, the rookie right-hander, takes over. Breaking ball starts the night for the young righty Buster Posey first up. Hunter Pence, Brandon Belt. Middle of the order here in the fifth. 5-0 Giants. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off the end of the bat, pretty good swing by Posey. Now he's in the hole, 1-2.
Interesting how both the Giants and the Cardinals with good bullpens, but they do it in dissimilar fashion. The Cardinals with those young, strong arms. I think the Giants with a lefty-righty combination. 3 left-handers in the bullpen that are always in the bullpen for the Giants, and then Madison Bumgarner also down there.
Counts 2-2. Miller. At this point, and part of the job of a manager, and it's what Mike Matheny's going through in his first year, you have to weigh your options. And you look at the way Ryan Vogelsong is pitching to this point. You look at the way your offense has approached Vogelsong. They have only the 2 base hits, no runs. At worst, for Matheny, he's dealing with a Game 7 tomorrow night, and he'll do his best to try and preserve his big arms to unload him if there is a Game 7 behind Kyle Loesch against Matt Cain. 1 out as Posey grounds to Pete Cosmo.
That's a very good point, Joe, and I think Mike was already ahead of us in that regard, or ahead of me at least. In the 3rd inning, he had a chance to pinch hit for Chris Carpenter and elected to allow him to go through the order one more time to save his bullpen.
Breaking ball, ground ball, base hit off the bat of Hunter Pence, and he's on with just his 3rd hit of this series.
David Freese couldn't get it, nor could Cosmo. 2 diving infielders. How many times do you see that? Usually if a 3rd baseman dives, then the shortstop's too far away from it to dive. You got a 3rd baseman and a shortstop diving on the same ball.
And it found its way through now. Belt. Brandon has a triple, a run scored, and strikeout. You look at the lead. Everything Hunter Pence does is intense with those eyes, but he's got the lead. He's got the left arm up, and if you're thinking about him running. Pence stole 5 during the regular season, has 1 this postseason. The Giants do not have a steal against Molina in this series. That misses from Miller. 2-0. Now the next. Too far inside. 3-0. Posey grounded out. Pence with a base hit through the left side. What does Belt do with a count 3-0? Takes a strike. Shelby Miller has been the highly touted prospect for the Cardinals in their organization the last couple of years. He had a real poor first half to the point where he was no longer on untouchable, it seemed, in this organization trade-wise. Runner goes and a fly ball into left center field. Late break, but Craig is there. Has a chance for a double play, but can't get it back to first in time for a 2-out. Just to finish the point on Shelby Miller, now you're seeing guys like Rosenthal and Joe Kelly,
right,
who have basically shot past him on in the pecking order for the Cardinals with regard to their young arms.
And boy, they are impressive. All are right-handers. Miller, Rosenthal in particular, with an excellent curveball, 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Right-handed power in the farm system for the Cardinals.
So now 1 on, 2 out. As Miller came back from a 3-0 count to get Belt. A good tight breaking ball is in for strike 1, and it becomes redundant. But every time we're here, we're reminded of how beautiful this place is. Is up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Would never have that kind of shot at Candlestick. Not at Show the Ballpark.
1 ball, 1 strike. Off the hands, a little pop-up for Cosma. Inning over. Cardinals will come to the plate in the 6th inning. Top of the order coming up for St. Louis. Down 5-0 here in Game 6. There's Candlestick in the distance. We're in China Basin. 5-0 Giants. Tonight's game is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Here at AT&T Park, we go to the 6th inning, top of the order. Strike 1 to John Jay. Since divisional play in 1969, the Cardinals are only the 5th team to to make it back to the NLCS. Back-to-back years, 75, 76 Reds. Team to go on and win it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good pitch. Didn't get the call. Cardinals have 2 hits, and they were 2 2-out hits. But Descalso and Cosma last inning. Otherwise, Vogelsong has been in charge, and that continues. Scudero to his left, 1 out. And Jay is 0 for 3. Trolley car action. Cable car here in San Francisco. Alcatraz.
The Rock.
We'll give you some fun facts about San Francisco as we work here in the 6th.
The Rock, nice to visit now, but it wasn't nice to visit 50 years ago.
Breaking ball skips in. And the arrows
Cooperstown.
Show where spring training is. Candlestick, Cooperstown. Polo Grounds where the Giants were. Seal Stadium.
There for the first 2 years, 1958 and 59.
2-0 on Matt Carpenter.
Seal Stadium, the park where the Baby Bull shined, and Willie McCovey in 1958, both rookies.
Here's a 2-0. A strike from Vogelsong, 2-1.
The Baby Bull, Orlando Cepeda, the Hall of Famer. I think Willie McCovey in his first game at Seal Stadium, he faced Robin Roberts, and I believe he had 3 triples in that game. How about that? Breaking onto the scene with 3 triples.
2-2 on Matt Carpenter.
And then there was 2 dozen. Willie Mays, number 24. How can you be any better?
Matt Carpenter, a baker's dozen. Waits at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side for Belt. How good is Vogelsong in this NLCS? 2 out. Okay, here we go. Fun fact. San Francisco.
All right.
Famous faces: Joe DiMaggio, Bruce Lee. Born here, Steve Jobs. Famous for sourdough, Ghirardelli chocolate, popsicles in 1905.
Really? How about that?
Here's Beltran with 2 out, nobody on. As far as walking around cities and place to go to dinner, it makes the hair on the back of the neck of Tim McCarver stand on end when we're coming to San Francisco.
Are you ever right?
Ball 1 to Beltran, who's 0 for 2. Look at the numbers for this right-hander. Tomorrow night, if there is a game 7, it's looking more and more like it. Still plenty of time in this game for St. Louis to end it here. Otherwise, it's a matchup of 2 right-handers who combined for 32 wins this season. Each a 16-game winner, Kyle Loesch and Matt Cain. There's Loesch. Beltran into left field. That ball will get down and go to the wall. Carlos Beltran is at second base with a 2-out double. A career .371 hitter during postseason play, and Beltran keeps the top of the 6th inning alive for Alan Craig.
That's the 3rd Cardinal hit. The problem with that is all have come with 2 outs. And as we were talking the other night, when you get that leadoff runner on in an inning, your chances of scoring go up dramatically. Good hitting by Beltran.
So Carlos at second with 2 out for Alan Craig. If the Cardinal cleanup hitter can provide a long ball, Cardinals would have to feel like they're back in it. So far, shut out on 3 hits. Craig has struck out twice. Vogelsong has had his number. Strike one.
Talked about Willie McCovey. Willie McCovey was a rookie in 1959, not 1958. So Cepeda in 58, McCovey in 59.
Here's an 0-1. Breaking ball. That was another mistake from Vogelsong. And you can see the reaction by Alan Craig. He fouled away a pitch he should have hammered. You look at the Geico in-game box score for the Cardinals. 2 singles, a double, a walk. That is it.
Alan Craig telling us before the game, if you get a good pitch, you just hope you haven't fouled it off. And he's done that for the last 2 pitches.
Now the 0-2. Spoiled it. Left side, base hit. Beltran will come to the plate. The Cardinals are on the board. It's 5-1. As Alan Craig has his second RBI of this LCS.
And it's been a long struggle for Craig against Vogelsong, but he finally got a pitch to handle. Look how long it took him. He fouls off a couple with the count 0-2, fouls off another one. And then finally gets a curve that he can handle and grounds it into the left for the first Cardinal run.
So again, the Cardinals, who trailed 6-0 in Game 5 against the Washington Nationals and came back to win that game with 4 runs in the 9th inning, a final of 9-7. Now trailed by 4, have a runner at first, 2 out for Yadier Molina, who's grounded out twice, hit the ball hard his last time up.
Yeah, in that game, the Cardinals scored their first run in the 4th inning, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, then 1 in the 8th, and 4 in the 9th, as you said, Joe.
So the Cardinals finally break through against Vogelsong, Casilla, and Affeldt. The right-hander and left-hander getting loose. Molina hit a career-high 22 home runs during the regular season. And he shoots one into center right at Pagan. Inning over. First pitch swinging. Molina hit it hard, but right at the center fielder. Cardinals get one, leave one, have stranded 4. Trail by 4 after 5.5. Series of a player steals a base. Taco Bell is giving everyone in America one free Doritos Locos taco. Go to hashtag steal a taco. Only one time in the previous 107 World Series has neither team stolen a base. This will be World Series number 108. Brandon Crawford digs his way in. His parents, longtime season ticket holders, and now they get to watch their son play for the Giants, and he is getting better and better as the everyday shortstop for San Francisco. Since August 7th, he has really been hitting well too, hitting .282. He can do a lot defensively, as Tim mentioned, has that great arm. The count 0-2. 0 for 1 with an intentional walk and a run scored. He is 4 out of 18 in this LCS. A strikeout starts the 6th. And the batter will be Ryan Vogelsong. We heard from Ken Rosenthal 2 nights ago about the Rally Zito thing going on Twitter. What's going on with Giants fans tonight, Ken?
Well, Joe, today it was 2 things. Rally Vogie and Rally Enchiladas. Enchiladas, chicken enchiladas, are Ryan Vogelsong's pregame meal. His wife, Nicole, actually tweeted a photo of what she prepared for him today. And guys, if this score holds, I can see it now for tomorrow. Hashtag Rally Kane.
He will get the ball tomorrow in a game 7. Pretty good breaking ball, called ball 1. Interesting, Ken mentions Ryan Vogelsong's wife, and we had a chance to visit with Ryan at the All-Star game out in Phoenix 2 seasons ago. As Vogelsong comes up empty, he really credits his wife with the support he needed to get through and persevere all these different stops, including 3 years in Japan. They've been a good team. That pitch barely missed. And the count 2-2.
Yeah, not only 10 different minor league cities, but 2 different Japanese cities, Orix and Hanshin.
Now the count is full, 3-2. Wife Nicole, his son Ryder. They've been through a lot. It's never been better than it is right now, professionally, for Vogelsong. 2 out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Shelby Miller. And back to the top of the order, Angel Pagan. Pagan 0 for 3. He's popped up, struck out, lined out. In the 7th, St. Louis will have Freese, Descalso, and Cosma. Anybody gets on, a pinch hitter from Miller. But low, ball 1.
General manager of the Giants, Brian Sabian, has a knack for picking players at the peak of maturity. Angel Pagan is one, Ryan Vogelsong is another. The reason I mention that term is tonight is and today, the last day of harvest for the grapes up in Napa. The peak of maturity today. They got to pick them before the rains come tomorrow.
2 out, nobody on. Strike 2.
But I mean, think about it for Angel Pagan, signing with the Mets, going to the Cubs, back to the Mets, and now coming over to the Giants, having his best year. And Vogelsong the same way. You talk about peak of maturity. It's certainly true for those 2 great players.
A free agent to be. He'll cash in either here or somewhere else, because he, out of that leadoff spot down the stretch, really provided Bruce Bochy with a lot. The guy behind him, Scutero, is also a free agent to be. So some decisions for this organization. Brian Sabian and Bruce Bochy and the rest. But they want to bring both back, see if they can. 1-2. Just got a piece. Shelby Miller could strike out the side here in the 6th inning and keep it a 4-run game. pitching of Vogelsong to this point, though, makes it feel like more than a 4-run game.
Yeah, that's true. This inning is the first inning we've had a chance to see the breaking ball of Shelby Miller. Tight and nasty.
A 1-2 is down 2-2. Base is empty, 2 out. It stays 2-2 on Pagan. If the Giants hang on, we'll be here tomorrow night for Game 7. Fooled on the pitch, but got enough to foul it out of play. This is a Giants team that started the night hitting .216 throughout the postseason. Pagan is 9 out of 46. 5 games against the Reds. And his 6th game against the Cardinals. Potentially 1 more to go for a Wednesday night start, either here in San Francisco or in St. Louis for the 2012 World Series. Pagan in a battle. Miller ready with another 2-2 pitch. The result is the same. Another foul ball. Breaking ball goes around the strike zone. It's a full count.
After an at-bat like this, people are inclined to say gritty at-bat by the hitter. Rarely do they say gritty at-bat thrown by a pitcher. But it's been gritty on both parts.
Breaking ball is into left center. Jay, nice catch. And the inning is over. 2 scoreless put up by Shelby Miller into the 7th. 5-1 back after this from your local Fox station. Music from Jack White. His new CD, Blunderbuss, as we go to the 7th inning. And Ryan Vogelsong has allowed 1 run on 4 hits, leads by 4, Freeze, strike 1. David 0 for 2. He struck out twice. There's action for the Giants in their pen. Casilla and Affeld up for the 2nd time tonight. In case any trouble starts against Vogelsong, with the Giants down 3-2. Strike 2. Fernando Salas getting loose. The pitcher's due up 4th for the Cardinals in this 7th. Ball 1. We're in the 7th. Giants by 4. Just low, 2-2.
14 of 24 strike ones from Vogelsong, but I guess as importantly, if he does fall behind 1-0, he automatically evens the count. No 2-0, 3-1 counts that are usually lethal to pitchers.
Here is a 2-2 now. Freeze grounds to Sandoval. 1 out. David Freeze 0 for 3 in this game. If you're just joining us, that's us. This is Game 6. The story has been Vogelsong in Game 2 and again here tonight. He is 1 strikeout away from a new career high. He's allowed 1 run on 4 hits. 2 hits in the 5th inning, 2 hits in the 6th, both times 2 out in the inning. And Vogelsong has been in charge since he struck out the side in the 1st. Here's Descalso, strike 1. If the Giants hang on to win this game, we will be here tomorrow night for Kyle Loesch, 2-0 this postseason, 1-0 in this NLCS, against Matt Cain, 1-2 this postseason, 0-1 in this NLCS. 0-2 on Descalso. And they're just standing and watching now for the Giants in their bullpen. Less urgency after that ground out started the inning. And now ball 1. 1-2 on Descalso. And that is a new career high for Vogelsong. 9 strikeouts on the night, and he's doing it in Game 6 of the NLCS.
In 6 2/3 innings.
Foul tip hung on to by Posey. And with the bases empty, 2 out, Hosma stands in between Vogelsong and 7 strong innings again. Shallow left. In comes Blanco. Nice effort, but he missed the catch. Got there and missed it. And so the top of the 7th inning will continue as that got by the glove of Gregor Blanco in left field.
It will probably go as a base hit because Blanco slid to try to make the play off his glove, really off his arm. No, it's his glove, off the thumb of the glove. And it has not been scored yet. Probably a hit, though, I would imagine. Not so, huh?
E7.
Okay.
And Shane Robinson will bat. Shelby Miller, who was good, 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Runner at second, 2 out. And that should be handled by Blanco. Back, well in front of the track. Time to stretch, and Vogelsong is given 7 strong again. Brooks Moon for the introduction of God Bless America.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and our military troops around the world with the singing of God Bless America. Please welcome, from the cast of Steve Silver's Beach Blanket Babylon, Misa Malone.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, from the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Game is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy? and by Chevrolet, proud to support youth baseball in cities and towns across the country. Bottom of the 7th inning. Rolls in. Marcos Scutero is first up. Fernando Salas takes over on the mound. 5 multi-hit games, including tonight, for Scutero, who takes a strike. If there is a game 7, these two bullpens will be loaded tomorrow night, including Lincecum in the pen for the Giants, Wainwright in the pen for the Cardinals. Breaking ball doesn't break. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt Cain will get the start for the Giants. Loesch will get the start for St. Louis if the Cardinals don't rally. Scutero. Ball 2. Rematch of game 3. The numbers this postseason. Loesch got the win in game 3. Cain took the loss, pitched well. Breaking ball, fly ball, shallow center, and Jay is there for out number 1. Scutero retired for the first time tonight. Waiting in the wings, trying to stay sharp any way they can. The Detroit Tigers with that 3-4 combination of Cabrera, Fielder, the great rotation. Coke now closing. World Series Game 1 on Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern. From either here in San Francisco or in St. Louis. Here's Sandoval.
Whether it's St. Louis or San Francisco, for Detroit, the best pitcher on the planet will be starting for the Tigers, Justin Verlander. What a rotation.
That's the combined effort for the rotation against the Yankees in the ALCS. Only 2 earned runs allowed to the Yankees by that rotation in the entire series. 4-game sweep.
We were kidding last inning about the peak of maturity, and those pitchers, those right-handers for the Tigers, they have really peaked at the right time for Detroit.
Verlander, 3 postseason starts this year, 2 runs allowed. That's it. Strike 2 from Salas.
Doug Fister is healthy after having injuries throughout the year. The same with Max Scherzer, injured in the celebration. And then Anibal Sanchez, the trade made for him by Dave Dombrowski a couple of months ago.
Here's a 1-2. Broke his bat. Pop up for Freeze down the line. 2 out. Foul ball when it was caught. Ken Rosenthal is with us. We talked about the Tigers side. This 5-day layoff. How about their competition pitching wise if it's the Giants or the Cardinals?
Well, Joe, I am quite certain Jim Leyland is loving this because whoever wins this series, their rotation will be compromised. Tomorrow's starters, Cain and Loesch, they would be unavailable for the first 2 games. Tonight's starters, Carpenter and Vogelsong, they would be available for game 2 only on 3 days rest. So it would shape up for the Giants likely Zito and Lincecum in games 1 and 2, and for the Cardinals, Wainwright and Lance Lynn in games 1 and 2. If the Cardinals indeed use Lynn, they do have one other option, Jake Webster, who has not pitched since September 8th due to a right oblique strain.
2 strikes on Buster Posey. Thank you, Ken.
Ken's right. I mean, going to 7 games for both teams, regardless of who they face, in a National League park, because the National League won the All-Star game. Detroit's going to be much, much stronger than had the Cardinals won tonight.
And that All-Star game was won by Matt Cain, who would get the ball in game 7. Scoreless 7th. Let's go to the 8th. 5-1. Giants on top. A legend this October. Cast your postseason legend vote at MLBFanCave.com. We go into the 8th inning. Cardinals will have the top of their lineup with Affeldt out of the bullpen. In relief of Vogelsong. 7 innings, 1 run on 4 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. So he's gone 14 innings in this NLCS and 2 starts, allowed 2 runs on 8 hits. Basically an identical line, except more strikeouts tonight.
That's right. 4 hits in each game allowed.
John Jay, strike 1. 0 for 3 in this game, just 5 out of 24 in this NLCS. At the top of the order. Cardinals started tonight without Matt Holliday, who was a late scratch with a bad back. It's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals trying to get to their 4th World Series in the last 9 years. 04, 06 last year, and trying to get there here in 2012. Affeldt, 1 out. Santiago Casilla, the right-hander, getting ready. With a lefty coming up now with a switch hitting Beltran on deck. Carpenter, a walk. He's flied to left, grounded to first. Ball 1 up and in. What a satisfying feeling it must be for Barry Zito, who we just showed you in the dugout for the Giants, knowing the job he turned in 2 nights ago in Game 5 to get this series back to San Francisco.
Extraordinary. 7 2/3 shutout ball.
Carpenter's on with a 1-out hit. So Matt Carpenter on base 2 times tonight. The batter will be Carlos Beltran.
It appears Bruce Bochy will allow Beltran to hit against Affeldt. And then unless a double play is turned, Casilla will be in there. That's the one thing the Giants can do. They can left and right you with their bullpen.
Got 4 left-handers out there tonight, including Bumgarner. Here's Beltran, strike 1, 1 on, 1 out. 5 right-handers out there if you include Lincecum. They're past Bumgarner's spot for now. See him in the dugout. They've got a number of guys who are used to pitching late in ball games. The whole group trying to replace the injured Brian Wilson, who went out in April. Tommy John surgery, working his way back. Good pitch, strike 2.
Good breaking ball from Affeldt.
Beltran jumped at it and fouled it back. Carlos with 14 career postseason home runs. Zepchinski, the left-hander. Mitchell Boggs, the right-hander. Two down. And that'll be it for Affeldt as he gets Beltran on the strikeout at a good pitch down and in. Affeldt 2/3 of an inning. 1 hit. Crowd loves it. A third pitcher of the night for the Giants. Vogelsong for 7. Affeld 2/3. Casilla trying to end the top of the 8th inning, dealing with Alan Craig, who hit 22 home runs during the regular season. 1 for 3 tonight as the only RBI. Runner at first, that's Carpenter. 2 out. 5-1 game in the 8th. Fastball, strike 1. Casilla has closed games this year. Affeld can. Javier Lopez can. Sergio Romo will.
5 different pitchers with 3 or more saves for the Giants because of Ryan Wilson going down.
The 0-1. Ball and a strike on Craig.
That just gives you an idea of how very difficult it is to replace a closer. I mean, the Yankees did it very, very well when Mariano Rivera went down. Rafael Soriano came in and did a great job for New York. But not too many teams have that luxury.
Left side, Sandoval. That sends this game into the bottom of the 8th. Giants coming up. Closer and closer to forcing game 7 as they lead by 4. Sponsored by DirecTV. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV. And by the Samsung Galaxy S3. The next big thing is already here. Bottom of the 8th inning rolls in San Francisco. Hunter Pence first up against Fernando Salas. Salas had a perfect 7. Pence is 1 for 3 tonight. 3 out of 22 in this series. Skips in. This place has been electric from about 3 o'clock on. Locally, the game started at 4:45. They've been having fun since entering this stadium a Sunday late afternoon. That's a strike and a count 1-1.
Every inning there is something for somebody here at this ballpark. It is among the best in the big leagues with the view and the fun, the noisy, raucous crowd. It's wonderful.
Strike 2. There isn't an empty seat out there. A 5-1 game, bottom of the 8th inning. They are still jammed in here.
Or empty standing room either.
1-2 the count. Salas is 1-2 pitch to Pence. Struck him out, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Salas. He gets Pence, who had a weak swing at that pitch.
Good fastball. Fooled completely was Pence.
And with Belt coming up, Zepchinski, the left-hander, is coming in. Salas, an inning and a third, perfect, 2 strikeouts. Zepchinski in. This beautiful night in San Francisco, Giants up 4. Zepchinski into the game as we continue on. The bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out, nobody on. He deals over but low, ball 1. Zepchinski will face Belt, then Blanco. That's ball 2. Sergio Romo getting loose for the 9th. His club will be up by at least 4. Two and 1. Zepchinski picked up at the deadline last year, a big part of the Cardinals' success in 2011 coming out of the bullpen. Here's his 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. In a tight strike zone tonight. I think Chris Carpenter would agree with that. Vogelsong didn't have any issue with it. Struck out 9. Shattered bat. And Descalso cannot make the play. He gets to it, throws behind Belt, who's back to the bag in time. And I think the shattered bat bothered Descalso.
Yeah. He had the glove out, and the ball took a bad hop, hit him in the shoulder. He recovers in time. Belt almost went too far by first base. Actually, the ball hit Daniel in the right shoulder, came up, hit him in the face. But I agree with that, Joe. I think that shattered bat coming right at Descalso, at least in his way, and had to obscure that play, but the ball did take a bad hop. It looked like a base hit to me.
And it is 1-on-1 out for Gregor Blanco. Now Mujica, the right-hander, will hurry to get loose. You got the left-handed hitting Blanco up now. Left-handed hitting Crawford on deck. Blanco tonight with a double, 1 for 3. Struck out, popped up. Good pitch down and away, strike 1.
Funny, you don't have to hit a ball off the end of the bat or get jammed for these bats to break nowadays. You can hit it in the fat part of the bat and they just shatter, come apart. Top heavy, thin handles.
Get back here. Blanco looking for his second hit of the night. Zepchinski trying to keep it a 4-run game. Cardinals in the 9th will have Molina, Freeze, Descalso. Here's the 0-1. On the outside corner, strike 2. By the way, there is rain in the forecast for tomorrow. There is a game 7. Heavy rain in the morning, then less as the day goes on. Who knows? 1 on, 1 out. The 0-2 blocked by Molina. If there is a game 7 tomorrow night, it would be the 9th NLCS game 7 of 27 since Major League Baseball went to a best-of-7 series for the LCS round back in '85. Here's a 1-2. 2 out. And a strikeout of Blanco on a pitch down and in. Without a doubt, the UPS player of the game, Ryan Vogelsong, to this point, is delivered by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you. 9 strikeouts, a career high. And he did it with his team facing elimination here tonight, the 21st of October. Molina blocks that one that bounces in.
Vogelsong, the star of the Giants in this series thus far, on the mound. And at the plate and in the field, Marco Scutaro. Looks like Brian clipped part of his beard off. To me, no?
I don't know. 1 on, 2 out. Send Aaron Andrews for that assignment. Looks pretty full to me. And
No,
Matt Cain.
I thought it was longer.
Matt Cain on the left. That's tomorrow night's starter. Doesn't appear to be bothered by Brian Wilson, who is inches behind Cain. Here comes a 2-0 pitch to Crawford. 3-0. Terrio on deck. Mujica in the bullpen. It's a 4-pitch walk to Crawford. With Terrio coming up, we'll see if Matheny goes to Mujica in the bullpen. Zepchinski gets one out, allows a hit and a walk. And with Terrio coming up, Mujica is coming out of the pen. Zepchinski is relieved here in the 8th as the Cardinals try to keep this a 5-1 score here in Game 6. First pitch is a ball to Ryan Terrio. Edward Mujica picked up at the deadline from Miami. 2 on, 2 out, 4-run game. Mujica trying to keep it that way. Terrio pinch hitting for Casilla. Left side. Cosma can't get it. Gets under his glove, and it's another run for the Giants. It's 6-1.
Ryan Terrio came in place of Marco Scutaro in Game 2 and had a big hit to left center field. This splitter from Mujica. Terrio waits on it and gets it by the diving Cosma for the 6th Giant run.
And the original 5-run lead is back. That run is charged to Zepchinski, still responsible for Crawford. He's the lead runner. Cosma to his left. That ends the inning. But the Giants add one more. We'll turn it over to Romo. Going to the 9th inning, trying to force Game 7, leading Game 6, 6-1. Arias takes over at third base for Sandoval. And on the mound is Sergio Romo. They love Romo here, and with good reason. Had a chance to visit with him prior to Game 5, and one of the most appreciative professional athletes I've run across in a long time, and one of the most honest, who during the course of the year has gathered his confidence and now believes maybe he just is good enough to close games at the big league level.
Well, what a great comment, what a great way to carry himself, and admits that he has gathered that confidence from his teammates.
Yadier Molina first up. 6-1 Giants here in Game 6. And a high fly ball into left. Easy for Blanco, 1 out. We are 2 outs away from what is, in my opinion, the best this sport has to offer. A Game 7 in a postseason series with a trip to the World Series on the line. So much coming down to every pitch, every ground ball, every at bat. It just does not get any better. Ball 1 to David Freese. It's like a soccer crowd here in San Francisco.
Let's say if it does go to Game 7, this will be the loudest crowd in the major leagues tomorrow night. It's soccer game.
Here is a 1-1 with 1 out, nobody on. Freeze, strike 2.
Slider.
2 out.
To know what pitch a lot of pitchers throw, all you have to do is watch the catcher. When he moves outside for Romo, a slider is on its way.
Now Descalso with 2 out, nobody on. Daniel 1 for 3. And this good bullpen for the Giants flexing its muscles here tonight. Affelt, Casilla, Romo. Strike 1. Strike 2. Pagan. Game over. Game 7 tomorrow night. Bruce Bochy in his 6th season as manager of the San Francisco Giants.